Okay, Gary, another reminder here for your final analysis. We've always fought the tendency to get what's referred to in golf instruction as in and over. So we know that. The club gets pulled inside quickly, very quickly there. You should have the wrist more hinged here. That's just a fact, but you don't. So you've been taking it back that way, and the reason I've never really delved into your backswing more or less is because I think at this point that would create more problems for you. You're playing really reasonable golf now, and I'm just trying to deal with that backswing. But if I just saw it, not knowing your history here, it would be too far inside and too flat. So if you want to play with it this summer and work with somebody to get it up, but then it would have to be dropped down. So I don't want to open that can of worms unless we have to. But you still lift it at the end, but you still get into a position where we could come down more from the inside. This is the part that the other part would be make it perhaps easier in the long run, but it's going to create havoc if we don't. This is the part, though, that I really want to, keep on you about, because when you send me videos, it just can't come down from up there. It's just that blue line here is above the plane and outside the path and above the plane angle-wise. So we really have to get you to come from as inside as possible and as flat as possible. Like I would think sometimes with you I wish I had another day or so to follow this up, because we always get the idea toward the end, but it reverts back to this steepness. And I think, as I said before, if you have a hill, and I know you do at the Pines, where you could practice side hill lies above your feet, like the ball be up here, and you're hitting it. That way you would feel like you're more playing baseball and sidearm and skipping stone across the pond instead of coming down from here, which really leaves the face open, and then you have to stand flat-footed and flip release it. My point is that the closer we get down here off the shoulder through the bicep toward the elbow, the easier this club would have of closing, and you'd be able to get through it. You develop some of this flat-footed delivery as a means of squaring the face, because it gets open when it comes down that steeply. So make no mistake, there's two parts of it. The direction of it, which gets over the top at less than we used to have, much less. But there's also the steepness of it, right? So when we start here, we don't want to come in and get it any steeper than what it is, because you're always going to fight face issues, open face issues, and then you'll have to rely on your hands. On one day, the timing be great. But I'd like to get you use your body more, and if we brought the club down lower on the swing plane, it would be easier to do that. Like right here. Right there. I think you just want to drop it, and then go to the flatten it, lay the club down, like it goes from here to here to here to here, like you send the right elbow out more in front of you, and you really put the palm of your right hand to the sky. And I think that the hill drill is the best I've seen for that. And also, I'd go, get some of those really the tallest tees they have, 3 1/4 inches, 3.5. Maybe they got them 4 inches. I don't know. Any off-course facility will have them. And just tee it up and take your hybrid or your 7-iron and just hit balls off that tee, because that would naturally bring you down flatter. If you were playing baseball or tennis, you wouldn't have that move. Now, I know some of it is because your backswing gets so in and flat. And that's what somebody else would see this without knowing your history. They're going to tell you that, that backswing's got to go. But my point is, I don't know why from there, from where you are, it can't drop. Damn it. It can't drop down more in here and get more like that. So I'll be, say you 50% less of over the top, but the problem is that steepness. That club, we're looking at it through your shoulder here, all right? And pointed straight down at the ground with the face open. Now you're going to need to do something drastic in the next half second to hit that ball with that open face and that steep let me see if I've got somebody here for you. Schwartzel, it would be a good one for you because he doesn't exaggerate it like Garcia. This is Charles Schwartzel, former Masters champion, great world-class player. He doesn't exaggerate the lay down like Garcia does, but this would be very realistic, I think. You see, it's still through it. It's still pointed at the ball, and yours is still pointed at the ground. So I think going forward, this will be my last year at the golf academy there. But when you get away now and you want to work for a couple of days, I'd be happy to work with you privately. I'm not totally sure what facility I'll be at, but I'll keep in touch with all of you people that have worked with me. But I'd like to work more toward this planar aspect than I would the actual direction of the swing. And I think, with Garcia, I always put him in there because he really lays it down here, flattens it, right? But this would be adequate. I mean, this is plenty right here, right through the bicep, and the heel's already up, and bam. They won him the Masters, so he's pretty good. Anyway, that's what I see, Gary, and good luck with it. In the future, I hope to see you again, but if I don't, it's been a pleasure working with you. And give my best to Russell up there in the Tri-State section. I know Nemacolin's going to be looking for another pro or teacher soon, but they they always are. I'll see you, bud.